All right, ladies and gents, welcome to a special holiday-themed edition of Feasting with the King. Today's actually December 23rd, 2021. I am roughly halfway through a Christmas marathon that I'm having with all my viewers. We've already played multiple games. We're having a good time. And as I usually do at Feasting with the King, I ordered some cuisine that normally I would not eat. Okay, something I would literally not eat or have not had before. Not something regular that I've tried. A lot of the time it's out of my comfort zone, like eating Indian food or eating Mediterranean food, and I'm not sure what to expect. Today, along with my audience, earlier today on the pre-stream, we ordered 3 different Filipino dishes. I have never had Filipino food ever before, okay? And we ordered 3 different dishes together. I should do this so you can see that better. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what exactly is going to happen with this food. All right, first of all, just for full transparency here, sadly, the delivery person who was delivering this food took 45 extra minutes to deliver it because they took on 2 extra jobs along the way. So this food is not warm. It's just not. And this is the kind of food that I don't think that you should be tossing it in a microwave. It's not ice cold, but it's certainly not warm. So I'm a little disappointed with that to begin with, okay? But with the items that we ordered, I had no idea what they looked like or anything like that because the menu didn't have pictures or anything. So I'm ordering what people are recommending based on what we're hearing off the menu. So here's what I got. The first item I got, Dang Nabangus, a boneless marinated milkfish, whitefish indigenous to the Philippines, made flavorful, in a vinegar garlic marinade, deep fried, served with our house relish and vinegar garlic dip on the side. It's simple, but it's tasty. All right? I've never had whitefish before. Didn't know what to expect. Don't know what it's going to be like. Ordered it. Here it is. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to show it. All right? Okay? It's basically a fish they cut right down the middle. They marinated it, and they deep fried it. There's no breading or anything. It looks like it was just marinated and deep fried as is. Okay? And just to show you, here's my fork. Here's the fish. I don't know how to show you this on camera, but look. Like, I never had it. I don't really know what to expect. But as of now, my fork, just as a fork, cannot penetrate the fish. Okay? It can't. Now, I don't know. I actually got a knife. I am going to try to eat this. I'm going to cut it up and try to eat it. But look, even the knife, I'm going to show you. Okay? If I push, okay, the knife got in there. If I push it hard, the knife will kind of stick in. Okay? Oh, I actually got through. You can see some of the fish on the inside there. And the truthfulness is here, it doesn't smell half bad. It smells fishy, of course. It's a fish. And definitely there's some kind of, there's some kind of marination or whatever on it. So this is called Dang Nabangus. Dang Nabangus. And this is supposed to be some kind of like a white vinegar garlic marinade fishy sauce or something you dip it in. Okay? So we're going to give it a shot. Does it look good? No. But I'm going to tell you a quick story. Many years ago, I went to a Thai restaurant. They had a fish that looked like shit. It looked terrible. It was a whole fish on a plate. When I bit into it and ate it and it ripped off, it was amazing. It was some of the best flavor I've ever had. Okay? So, Dang Nabangus. We're going to try this, okay? Dang Nabangus. That's number 1. That's what we're going to try as one of the items, okay? Now, second item that we ordered. Okay? This one is called Classic Chicken Adobo, also known as chicken stew, okay? Popular Philippine chicken stew. It's richly marinated in a soy sauce and vinegar, enhanced with the flavors of garlic, bay leaf, and whole peppercorns. garnished with green onion and an egg, a well-loved dish. Okay? Sounds pretty good. Okay? That's the dish. That is chicken adobo. Okay? What is it? It's basically chicken legs and what I assume are chicken thighs, but they're absolutely tiny. All right? Still on the bone. Not even like the meat taken off the bone. It's all still on the bone. But it's a stew. So, if you're going to... I'm just trying to understand this. And maybe someone who understands Filipino food can explain this to me. All right? It's a stew. Which means there's broth. You can see there's broth in the bowl. You see it, right? I took it out. It was in a plastic container. I put it into a bowl. There's broth in the bowl. Okay? But it's supposed to be stew. How do you eat stew with the meat that's on bone like that? Like, you still have to eat it with a fork and knife or with your hands. That's not stew. Stew is you slow cook the food and then you eat it like a soup. You shouldn't... I'm lost. Maybe the American conception of stew is wrong, or maybe the American conception of what we have for stew is very different from what other cultures do. Okay, it's hilarious because some people in the chat right now are saying that looks absolutely good and amazing, and others are like, "What is that? That looks disgusting." Okay, personally, I've seen things that look gross. And when I taste them, they're amazing. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to actually try it. Okay? And yes, that is a whole hard-boiled egg, it looks like, in the front. That's a hard-boiled egg, it looks like. Again, this is probably going to be incredibly hard to eat. Much like the fish there. I don't know how I'm supposed to eat it. Because you can't just scoop it like stew. You would have to, like, fork and knife it to even get, like, pieces of it off to eat it, but it's supposed to be stew you eat with water in a bowl. So how do you eat it? Right? How do you eat it? I'm just at a loss. I really am at a loss of how... I mean, again, this is me being exposed to a new cultural cuisine. I'm not trying to critique it. I'm just trying to understand it. Okay? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm going to eat it, and maybe it tastes amazing. I'll be honest. That falafel I ate last time looked like little packets of fucking cow turds, and it tasted some of the best taste I've ever had in my life. Okay? Okay. So we'll get to that. The third and final dish is called Panchit Palabak. Thick rice noodles. Thick rice noodle in a delicious shrimp, squid, and ground pork sauce, garnished with garlic bits, ground pork cracklings, green onions, and a sliced boiled egg, an all-time Filipino favorite. This is incredibly heavy. This, I'm not exaggerating, is about a pound to a pound and a half of food in this box. It is super duper heavy, okay? Now, whoa. Did you see the pork moving? Out of all the things that I ordered, this looks the most appetizing. This smells the most appetizing. These are actual fried pork pieces. So it's skin plus pork meat together, fried up, and it looks and smells great. I can smell garlic. I can smell like maybe some butter. Okay, there's green onion. I love green onion. I think green onion is absolutely delicious. Here it is. There's your hard-boiled egg. They cut it in half. They actually give you a lemon, so I guess you're actually supposed to season it with lemon. You crack it over or squeeze it over and mix it in. It actually smells good. So out of the three things that I ordered, I'm hoping at least this will be like one that I like because I'm hungry. Obviously, I spent a lot of money. 3 actual entrees. Can you imagine how much that costs? Because this is a real restaurant. This is not, I ordered fast food. This is a sit-down restaurant. This costs a lot of money today. So I hope that at least out of the 3, this one pans out to be something that I like. Okay? I'm actually feeling very, very positive about this one. But I think we should save the one that I think will be best for last. And I could be wrong. I could actually be wrong. All right, here's what we're going to do. Clearing my folding table next to me here. Okay, by the way, was there a super chat? There was... Hold on. Yes. Jack did a super chat saying, I have 3 friends over and we have a watching party for this. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's entertaining to you. It might not be as entertaining for me. depending on how this goes. Jack, I guess we'll see. We're going to see together, right? Actually, what I should do, I'm not going to move. I'm going to use my table as a food area, and I'm going to put my keyboard here to update the leaderboard if I need to eat it during the show. This is going to be a long show. Just to forewarn everyone, Feasting with the King, this might be the longest episode I've ever done. We're over 10 minutes in. I haven't tasted anything yet. Because this is cuisine I have never experienced. I am, like, completely oblivious to what I'm about to eat. So, okay. We're going to start with the Dang Bada Bang. No, what's it called? It's called Dang Nabangus. The Dang Nabangus marinated deep fried white fish with a dipping sauce. Okay? Dang Nabangus. The dipping sauce itself is transparent but has pieces in it. Like there's stuff floating in there. Oh shit, it just dripped. Fuck. My equipment is on here. What did I just drip on? Why is it leaking, man? That pisses me off. What did it just leak on? That actually pisses me off. Why the fuck is it leaking? Alright, I don't think it... Okay, I don't see any. Maybe I looked out, or maybe... I think actually a single drop, like, hit my glasses case. So I think I'm alright. Gotta be careful with this shit. Okay. People say smell it. Okay, let's smell it. God. Ooh! Yo, that is pure vinegar. Oh, that is pure vinegar. Oh, it smells like... Oh, it smells like stinky gym socks. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. No. Oh, it started dripping on my fish. No. Oh, it dripped on some of the fish. Son of a bitch. Oh, dude. Oh. Oh. Shit, I gotta find somewhere to put this. Because it's still it won't stop dripping. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put this like this. Oh, it's on my hands. Oh, hold on. No. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go wash my... Hold on. I gotta wash my hands. They smell... Oh. Oh, it's like... Oh, it's like socks. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Now my hands... they smell like pears now. Nice pear hand soap. By the way, shout out to DDG405 who tipped me $20. Says, Merry Christmas, Phil. Thank you so much, DDG. I appreciate that. We're now up to $220 in tips and climbing. I really appreciate your support today, everybody. You know, this is the only stream I'm doing today. There's no other regular gameplay stream, so I appreciate any support of any way. We've had a lot of super chats today. Members, tips, thank you guys so much. Remember, every 50 bucks raised, we switch a hat. So right now, 30 more bucks to have a hat switch for the next game. Okay, there is no fucking way that I'm eating that sauce. That literally smells like a pair of disgusting sweat-infused socks. That's what the sauce smells like. Like, why would I want the flavor of something between my stinky toes in my food? Sambuca says, I lived in the Philippines and the food is rough. Why didn't you guys tell me that before I ordered it? Well, we're going to try this, all right? This is, again, this is called Dang Nabangus. Okay? Dang Nabangus. By the way, all right, I should call this out. Okay. Should I tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, Dang Nabangus. Whole white fish, marinated, deep fried, $17. I did this for you guys today. Okay? Okay, let's try it. Okay, so the truth is, it actually is moist and juicy inside. Oh, wow. This looks, okay. I'm feeling more positive about this. I'm going to show you guys, okay? Wow, okay. This might not be as bad as I thought. I'm going to show you guys. You ready? When you actually cut into the fish, okay, the fish itself is hard on the outside, but the inside is actually moist and very juicy. I cut into it, and I could immediately see tons of moisture and juiciness in the fish itself. See that? The white flaky fish on the inside? And it is called a white fish. That's an, okay, I'm like, okay, maybe there's going to be something good here, okay? Maybe. Again, looks aren't everything. All right? All right, I'm going to do it. Oh, shit. Fucking boom. Mmm. Yo! Okay. Full disclosure, I took a bite, and the bone, there was a bone in it. Because it's the whole fucking fish. It stabbed me in the tongue. I was like, it didn't cut me, but it got me. I was like, fuck. I ripped the bone out. I threw it to the side. It's good. It's good. Hold on. Mmm. Yo! What the? Hold on a second. Mmm. Oh my god, it's so flavorful. Mmm. Yo, I could taste so many flavors. So, first of all, of course it's fishy. It's a pure fucking fish. It's a pure fish, okay? Here, I'm gonna show you. People are such assholes. They're saying I'm not really eating it. Are you fucking stupid? Look. I took big chunks out of it. Okay? It's not dry at all. It's moist on the inside. Somehow, the way that they've deep fried it, they retained the moisture on the inside of the fish. And the fish itself is completely full of flavor. Mmm. Yo. Okay. It's tangy. It's salty. It's citrusy. It's actually soft on the middle. It's good. It's good. I told you guys, the thing about cuisine, what I found with food, you seriously cannot judge food by how it looks anymore. You can't. There's so many cuisines out there that don't look appealing because you had your brain conditioned to think this is how food should be. And then when you try something you've never tried before like this, you're like, oh, that looks disgusting. It's hard. The sauce is nasty. And then you bite into it like, what the fuck? It's good. It's seriously full of flavor. All right. So here we go. Okay. You take the fork. I'm going to stab it. Try to rip the meat out. See the meat's coming out as I do this? See that? Look at that. It's a ton of meat. It's a big fish. That's why. Look at all the meat coming out. I'm going to put it right into my mouth from here. There's a crispy layer on top. But it's juicy on the inside. Definitely, okay. How can I compare this? It's kind of like a mild Cajun seasoning. You know Cajun seasoning? It's mild Cajun, but it has a tanginess to it because of the vinegar. The vinegar that they marinated it in. Mm-hmm. That's right. It's a combination of tanginess and Cajun. That's exactly what it tastes like. That's the best thing I can describe it as. And it's fucking good. Mmm. So, again, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't. Dude, I can't stop eating it. It's good. I'm being yelled at. Save room for the other meals. Okay. Yo, it's good. I almost ate half of it already. I almost ate the whole half of the fish. Mmm. Oh my god, it's good. Now I get the... Oh. Mmm. How could something that looks so bad taste so good? Really? I would look on that. I would think that's something you find on the fucking street. You look down on the street corner, in the muddy puddle, you find that. Why is it so good? Wow. Okay, so far, looks can be deceiving. What is it called? The Nang Dabangus? Hold on. Dang Dabangus. Alright? Dang Dabangus is good. I'll be honest, that sauce fucking smells terrible. But that fucking fish is good. Okay? Next we're gonna try... Excuse me, it's absolutely disgusting. Next we're gonna try classic chicken adobo. Okay? Classic chicken adobo. So here's the chicken. It's really hard to put my finger on what this is going to taste like. I'm smelling it. I don't even know what that broth is going to taste like. It's like definitely salty, savory. It almost smells like gravy to me, really. It smells like gravy rather than a soup. Like usually a stew, you'd think, oh, a clear broth with some veggies and meat in it. That's like, it's deep and dark like gravy. You can see it's brown, dark brown. I don't know. I don't know about this. All right. First off, I feel like I should taste the actual broth before we even try to eat the chicken or the egg. Here's a little bit of the broth. Okay, ready? Oh, it's strong. It's very salty. Oh, that's very salty. It's got a lot of seasoning in it. I could tell it's like, oh man. Definitely garlic. Let's see what it says. It says soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, bay leaf, and whole peppercorns. Definitely garlic. It's salty but garlicky. But not ultra strong. Like you would think, oh, garlic is overpowering. It's not that bad. Fish stuck in the side of my mouth. It's not, okay. The broth ain't bad. I'm going to be honest. I'm not blown away by the broth. The broth is good. It's not great. It's garlicky and savory, but it's very strong. I want to try the meat. Let's try the meat. So I got to cut this up with a fork and knife. I can't show this on camera. I have to cut this up beside me. And this is one of my major criticisms of this dish. When you provide the meat all whole like this, okay, the person eating has to cut it all up. So I can't just eat it. I have to do all this work to eat it. And I don't like that. If I'm going to buy a stew, give me a stew I can just drink and eat out of the bowl. So I'm dipping a piece of chicken into the broth and I'm going to eat it. Whoa. Oh. No, that's like really strong. It's very salty. It's got a ton of seasoning. Definitely garlic, but there's other stuff in there. I don't know. They say it's vinegar, right? It's not necessarily overly tangy at all. I'm going to try to get a big chunk of meat. All right, so this is like a giant, just to show you. This is a giant chunk of meat with skin on it, dipping it in the broth. Okay? It's not bad. I don't love it. It's not bad. To me, it's actually a little bit too on the salty, too much seasoning, too much on the salty side. It's almost overpowering, where like you can't really taste meat or anything. All you can taste is like the seasoning. And I can understand if you like a very deep flavored stew, and you want meat that really, the meat is the hero of the dish when it comes to the protein you're eating, but you're actually eating it for a different flavor. I can understand this. But, like, I'm serious now. Oh, I'm serious. I can't take the chicken. Here's another chunk. Dipped in the broth. Okay? It's good. Don't get me wrong. I like this. It's not great. Like, it's not blowing me away. Which is funny because people actually told me this would be the best one, the chicken adobo. They're like, oh, you're going to love it. I don't know. Here's that piece of chicken without the broth. It's good. It's definitely not bad chicken. It falls right off the bone. Because they did deep cook it. The way that they cooked it here, they deep cooked it in the stew. So the meat is fall off the bone good. The problem is it's not easy to eat meat like this. If you give me a giant plate with maybe a bed of noodles or a bed of rice, and then you poured this on top of it, okay? You give me big chunks of fall off the bone chicken. You pour this adobo broth over that, and it absorbs, right, into the noodles or into the rice. Then I maybe like, okay, and I can fork and knife it on a big ass plate, right? This is literally presented as a stew. It's not a stew. This is not stew. This is a bunch of meat with a little bit of broth to dip it in. This is actually not what the definition of stew is. So even though they present it as stew, it's definitely not stew. It's actually a misrepresentation of what it is. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying they should call it something else. Because when you say adobo stew, this isn't stew. It's not. You have to eat it a different way. I'm having a hard time even eating it because I put it in a bowl like stew and I can't eat it. You see? So I'm going to take another piece. I want to eat the egg too. I want to see how the egg tastes because it's been in this stew, the whole time. Let's see. Excuse me. I'm going to take another piece of chicken. Oh, was that ginger? Maybe. That's not bad at all. It really is not bad. I'm just disappointed with the way that they gave it to me because I can't eat it. Like, if I could eat this quickly, I would eat way more of it. But this is like a chore to eat. I'm sitting here trying to rip chicken off of pieces that are coming out of my bowl. It's good, though. And by the way, I should point this out. It's all dark meat. It's all dark meat chicken. There's no white meat in there. That's why it's so flavorful, too. It's juicy, dark meat. White meat chicken, I'm sorry, it sucks. It's dry. It's less flavor. Yeah, it's healthier for you because it has less fat. But all the flavor sucked out of it. I hate white meat chicken. This is good dark meat chicken. So they picked the right kind of chicken. But you want to know the truth? Here's what I wish. And you will completely disagree with me when it comes to cuisine. This is my personal take. When I'm ordering food or I'm going to a restaurant, I'm paying you to make that food edible and easily edible for me. I don't want a project. When I go to a seafood restaurant, I don't want to have to crack open a giant lobster or crab and suck the meat out like an asshole. I don't want to do a lot of work. Give it to me in a presentation that I can just eat it and enjoy it. That's what I'm paying you for, right? I believe this dish, chicken adobo, is $14. For $14, you're telling me you couldn't take the meat off the bone. Like, it's the easiest thing to do is to just throw the meat on the bone in something, cook it, and then give it to me. Take it off the bone, make it so I can just sit here and go eat, and enjoy. Now, I'm trying to eat your meat in a fucking bowl with your stew that you claim is a stew, and it's not. And I'm trying to eat it, I can't. It's messy. It's time consuming. I would take, no exaggeration, if this is heavy as shit, this dish right here is heavy. If I wanted to actually just eat this would take me 30 plus minutes to eat. Because I'd have to go around every piece, ripping it off, the grizzle, the bone, dodge around the bone pieces. It's work. I don't want to work to eat. Just give me the fucking food. I paid you for it. You see? And this is not just them. This is anyone. You go to a restaurant, you're looking for a pleasant dining experience. You're not looking for work. There's some people who love it. Oh, I love the challenge of going to a seafood restaurant and cracking open the crustacean, sucking the meat out. Good on you. Maybe your life is easy. Maybe you like to challenge yourself when you go to do things you're paying for. I don't. My life is stressful enough. Give me a nice, enjoyable, relaxed experience when I go to eat. You understand? Okay. Now I'm going to try the egg. That didn't work. It's a hard-boiled egg. It's very hard in the center. So here's a piece. I just ripped a piece off the top of the egg. Okay. Pretty good. It's pretty good. You want to know why? Because the stew sauce is very good. The eggs have been cooked in it the whole time, all day. So the egg is very flavorful and tasty and good. It's got the flavor of that broth in it. And I can easily eat it. So, you know, Goodbye to Braun just said something in the chat. They said, your life is easy if you don't want to work for your food. Or if you don't have to work for your food. I do work for my food. I pay for it. If I wanted to make my own dish at home, I would. I would buy the individual ingredients for much cheaper than what I paid for this, and I would make it myself. And then I'd have no complaints because I made it, right? I choose how to present the food to myself. I paid for this. I have the right to demand a better presentation. I do. Okay? This is a food critique, and people are like, oh, it feels like a Karen, right? I'm a Karen for asking that your delicious food, it is delicious, be given to me in an easier way to eat. I can't, with one hand, I can't even take chicken off of one of these pieces of chicken and eat it. Look, with one hand, it's impossible. And that's not good. I should be able to easily just eat like this in front of you guys and say, here it is, here's chicken adobo. Oh, it's delicious. Right? I can't. It's stuck on there. Look. I'm ripping and tearing to try to get meat. Okay, I finally got a piece off. Right? I'm like the fucking Doom guy trying to get the meat off. It's good. But to me, that's just too much work. I'm serious. You can disagree and I don't care. You're good. I don't care. I'm not going to argue with you. It's fine. You disagree with me, go ahead. Here's the true criteria. If I can't eat right here on stream in front of you guys easily without making a giant fucking mess, it's too messy. Why is anything too hard to eat in front of a camera? Why do I need a full dinner table, bib, giant accessories, and things to eat? Just give it to me so I can eat it. So this one I like. I actually like chicken adobo. I do think that it's too complicated with the chicken on the bone. If they took the chicken off the bone and just put it in a stew and you could eat it that way, it would be way better. I still like it. But my one complaint about that is it's just too hard to eat. I'm serious, like I'm probably gonna eat everything else and not that. It's too much work. I don't want to sit here working on getting the meat off the bone all night, you know? Okay. It's like I tell you guys, my wife makes baked chicken all the time. You want to know why she makes baked chicken like that? Because we bought it, we baked it, right? We chose to present it like that. It's more work to save money, right? Okay, let's continue. We have a third dish. The third dish is called Panchit or Panchit Palabak, thin rice noodle. No, excuse me, thick rice noodle. I said completely wrong. Thick rice noodle. Thick rice noodles in a delicious shrimp, squid, and ground pork sauce garnished with garlic bits, ground pork cracklings, green onions, and a sliced boiled egg. It's an all-time Filipino favorite. I probably butchered the name of it. Excuse me. I likely did. Wow, this is like, I'm serious. This is like 2 pounds of food in here. Whoa, it's just crazy. Look at it. It's bright orange noodles. Very aromatic. You smell garlic. You can smell onion. You could smell all these things in it. It just looks pleasant to me. That looks really edible and pleasant to me. It does. Now, what I'd like to do, they gave me a lemon. I should squeeze it, right? I mean, if they give you the lemon, you should squeeze the lemon over everything and eat it like that. Why else would they give you the lemon? I'm not supposed to go like this. I'm not taking a shot of tequila. You're supposed to squeeze it on your food, right? Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to squeeze it. And I'm going to drip lemon juice all over my food. And I hope that this is how you're supposed to do it. If not, I'm going to be pretty stupid, embarrassed in a second if it tastes terrible. But you would think if they gave you the lemon, eat lemons, right? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in the Philippines, squeeze the fucking lemon. That's what I do. All right. Now. Oh, I love fresh lemon. That smells so aromatic. It smells clean. Okay. Enough of that. Now, let's get my fork. Try to get some of the freaking adobo off of it here to prepare for the Panchit Palabak. I don't know how to say this, and I feel stupid trying to pronounce it. Okay. So, man, where do you even start? You've got pork cracklings, which is actually pork with the skin, fried skin attached to it. Okay. Wow. You've got your egg, you've got your noodle. I think I should start with the noodle, actually. Right? Let's try to mix this up a little bit. What I think you're supposed to do is try to mix everything together to get some flavor. What is that? That's another pork thing? Yeah, it's stuck in there. Wait, no, it's not. What is that? I don't even know what this is. It was in there with it. I don't know. Try it later. It could be a pork crackling. It could be something else. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to try to mix all this up. Okay. All right. Let's Let's partake in the Panchit Palabak. The first bite. Interesting. Wow, there's a ton of different flavor in there. There's so much flavor in there, I can't even put my finger on what I'm tasting. There's got to be garlic. Got to be some pork. Like they said, there's everything in here. Just listen to this. Squid, shrimp, ground pork sauce with garlic bits, pork pieces, egg. Like, oh my God. Dude, as expected, I love this. This is good. I want to try a piece of the pork crispling. What do they call it? I don't even know. Fatty, crispy, flavorful. Honestly, I thought it would have a little bit more saltiness. It's not salty at all. Savory. Savory pork piece. Yeah. Savory pork piece. Man. It's good. It's freaking good. I want another piece of pork. The problem is they're all stuck together. They didn't cut the pork all the way through, so this is what you get. I just want like a piece, like this. I can't even get it. Look, how do I eat this? Okay, I got a piece. I got a little piece. Man, the pork is different than I thought it would be. You want to know why? Okay. In the United States, what do you think of when you think pork? All right. I'm serious. In the United States, when you think pork, what do you think? What's the first thing to your mind when you think pork? I want to hear what people have to say in the stream chat. What's the first association you think of when you think of the word pork? I want to see what people have to say here. Only Eyes You says bacon. Toxicity Firestar says bacon. Looney Tunes? What the fuck? Porky Pig? Tenderloin. Okay, tenderloin's actually a good one. Tenderloin's absolutely delicious. Carnitas. Steamed. Pork chop. Okay. Roy Lindsay says pulled pork. Roy Lindsay knows what he's talking about. See, he knows the good shit. Pulled pork, in my opinion, is one of the best ways you can get pork. Slow cooked, marinated, fall off the bone pork, right? This pork is nothing like American pork. This pork is pure pork. It's pig. There's no excessive salt. There's no excessive seasoning. It's pork in its purest form with a little bit of meat attached to the fat and the skin fried up. It's not the stupid bacon cut of pork that we all know that is incredibly salty and incredibly, different. It's actually what you would consider more traditional pork. So when you're eating this, oh, it's pork. You eat it. It doesn't taste like pork to me. It's not salty. It's not full of, overpowering flavor. But actually, pork isn't always meant to be like that. That's what Americans have been conditioned to think. That pork is supposed to be this salty ass thing, but it's really not. Okay? So, wow. It's good. The noodles are absolutely delicious. They're chewy, but not chewy like gooey chewy. You know what I mean? Like they're just right. They're cooked perfectly. There's a lot of different flavors in them. Yummy. It's really good. I'm gonna get some of the egg here. Not the egg, excuse me. The I don't know. Oh, is that a piece of shrimp? I think I got a piece of shrimp. There's actually a little bit of shrimp mixed in with it. There is. I'm seeing them now. There's a few little shrimpies. There's a shrimp at the tip of my fork. Do you see it? A tiny shrimp. I'm going to try this. Mmm. Mmm. This is great. Mm-hmm. This is absolutely good, man. I would eat this all the time if I could. It's probably not healthy for you. I would eat this noodle dish all the time. It's full of flavor. It's got all this cool stuff in it. You get an egg, you get some pork pieces, you get incredibly flavorful noodles. Yo, it's so good. I'm going to try some of the egg now. It fell apart. Yeah, it's standard hard-boiled egg. It doesn't have any extra flavor. The one in the chicken adobo did. This does not. Good though. All right. I'm going to have a couple more forks of this, then I'm going to go back to the fish. Because the fish is good. Mmm. Yummy. Mmm. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I can't stop eating it. It's good, it's still warm. After an hour away, they probably made this. Holy fuck, it's 5:42 p.m. They made this around 4 o'clock. It's almost 2 hours later, it's still warm. Wow. This is really good. Have a piece of pork. Mmm. That's the police outside. They're coming for me. I didn't tell you guys I robbed the bank right before the stream. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to jail. But anyway. That's good. That's really good. All right. Shout out to Rich, also known as Review Tech USA, who did a super chat. He says, ASMR eating video when? What do you think I'm doing right now? Are you watching the stream? What are you doing? Do you have your eyes closed? Also, welcome to the stream, Rich. You can't seem to stay away. You really like when I like my streams, I guess. You're probably a regular. You probably watch, you sneak watch, and all of a sudden you sneak in. With a super chat every once in a while. Funny, I've never seen a single one of Rich's streams, nor do I ever have any desire to. I definitely don't watch that kind of crap. But he comes to my streams all the time. Anyway, let's check out the fish again. This is... I can't believe how good it is. It just doesn't look good, and it tastes so good. I want more of this. I want more. I demand more. Okay. Wow, look at that. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, I'm sure Rich enjoys when I talk to it like that because I do it all the time. He's still here. He can't stay away. I told you guys. Absolutely, I shouted him out for the holidays. I have nothing against Rich. I hate his content. I hate the guy. I just hate his content. His content's toxic as fuck, but I don't care about him. He seems like a nice guy. Why would I hate on him? This is really good, man. Yo. This is the most shocking thing I've ever eaten. Mmm. This looks to me, okay, real talk. This fish looks to me like someone at a restaurant was cutting up fish, preparing it for dinner, and they accidentally dropped one, and it slid under the oven, right? And the oven just cooked repeatedly all day long. It kept cooking other dinners, and this one just sat under the oven, and it just kept cooking and recooking, and oils, disgusting runoff oils, were running from that oven into the top of the fish, right? And it kept cooking. It just kept cooking. That's what it looks like to me. And then at one point, it's the end of the night, and someone orders the fish, and you're like, dude, there's no way I'm making another fucking fish. I made 7,000 of those today. I'm tired. I'm not starting from scratch to make that fish. And he looks, and he sees a tail sticking out from under the oven. And he goes, oh. And he pulls it out. He slaps it down. Oh, there's the fish, right? That's what this looks like. But it tastes good. So that's not the case. I can't believe, and by the way, this is cold. Imagine if this was warm. If this were actually warm, this would be probably like gourmet level food. Like amazing gourmet level fish. I can't believe how good it tastes. But it's cold because the fucking DoorDash person took two more jobs before they delivered me the fish. It was already 45 minutes cold by the time it arrived. And then I had to set up for DSP Tries It, you see. Oh, no, excuse me. Feasting with the King. I got confused. In an ideal world, I would have eaten this in a restaurant and loved it. I still really like it. No, it's not swordfish. It's whitefish. Milkfish. Milkfish. I've never had a milkfish before. Now I have. It's good. So we're going on almost an hour of Filipino food on Feasting with the King. Yummy. Oh, man. Uzi Gohart to the $1.50 says, what about when you called Rich a two-faced fat piece of shit? I don't remember that. I remember calling him two-faced. I don't know why I would call him fat. I'm also, not skinny. Why on earth would I call someone else fat? That'd be pretty hypocritical of me. But then again, I'm not saying I didn't do it. I might have. I'm in a moment of anger, in a moment of emotional weakness. Perhaps I said something like that, right? But I mean, the guy's definitely two-faced. We all know that. Anyway, Uzi Gohart, thank you for trying to stir up drama. It's not working, but thank you for stirring up drama. Siambuga did a $5 super chat and says rate each versus the cost. Okay. Shit. So, I got a piece of fish stuck in my throat now. Son of a bitch. Okay. It's really stuck in my throat. I hope it comes out, because that's annoying now. I got fish stuck in my throat. Okay. So let's talk about the 3 dishes. We started off tonight with the dang nabangus. That's the milkfish that's marinated, deep fried. All right. The sauce I can't even stand. I'm not going to open it again. I'm just going to throw it right out. It smells like disgusting sweaty gym socks. Okay. But the fish itself is tasty as hell. It's tangy. It's salty. Like I told you guys, the closest thing I can describe it as is, oh, my nose is screwed up. Cajun seasoning, all right, with a twist, like a tangy twist, but it's soft on the inside. It's like crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. It's good. It shocked me because it looks terrible. It looks like, you know, a moose went ass first on top of a fish and just split it open with a big brown stain. But it's delicious. It's absolutely good. It's so good. Okay? Now, the chicken adobo stew. It tastes good. It's very salty and seasoned. It's kind of, for Americans might say it's over seasoned. I think it's still good. But for me, the problem with that is that it's not stew by my standards. It's basically a bunch of meat sitting in a sauce that's hard to eat because it's swimming in the sauce. How do I eat this without making a mess, right? And I'm sure some people will be like, I just eat it. And their whole hands are covered, their full face, it's dribbling down their chin, it's pouring onto their chest. Their chest hair smells like chicken adobo for days, right? I'm not like that. I'm not a messy eater. I don't like being a messy eater. I want something that's cooked and presented properly to me so I can eat it without any issue. I can just sit there and eat and not have to worry about a big mess. However, hours of eating, hours of work. I don't like crab legs. I don't like lobster. I don't like very difficult to eat foods. This, sadly, to me, is a very difficult to eat food because it's completely saturated, marinated, and I'm supposed to eat it unless I have a ginormous plate to eat it on and a way to absorb the sauce into something. That's a mess. You see what I'm saying? That's a mess. I still think the flavor is good, but that's a mess. And that's a shame because it's good, but I can't really enjoy it. Okay? Now, the third, oh, by the way, the third meal here, I forgot what that was called, chicken adobo. Okay, chicken adobo. The fish, the bangus is around $17. The chicken adobo is around $14, okay? The third dish, the noodle dish, is also $14, okay? And that is the Panchit Palabak. Out of all the things I ate tonight, this is my favorite, for sure. This is my favorite. If I were to go back to this Filipino restaurant, I would get this in a heartbeat. It's incredibly flavorful, and it's got a good variety of stuff in it to keep me, you know, satiated, as they say. Also, out of all the food, it's definitely the biggest quality and the highest flavor. Like, I didn't mean to say quantity. I gotta start over. It's definitely the biggest quantity. It's a ton of food. You've got pork, you've got shrimp, you've got noodles, you've got egg, right? Garlic, green onion. It's a lot of things, and it's a ton of food. Like I said, it's over a pound of food in this container. Right? Now, I've been eating this. How many forkfuls have I eaten? 10? Look how much is left. It's full. This is like never-ending noodles. It's seriously like never-ending noodles. That's what they should call this. It's called the never-ending noodle dish. People will go there and eat it and be like, oh my God, it's a every kind of flavor you would want, right? And you can eat forever. It never ends. Admittedly, The pork is different from how you would expect pork in America. In America, in the United States, you think it's salty. Where's my salty pork? This is not salty pork. It's crispy. It's actually kind of mild and bland. That's how pork actually is. Unless you go to the insane cured meats like bacon or the crazy cuts, go have a pork tenderloin. It's juicy. It's full of flavor. It ain't crazy salty or anything like that. It's really good, right? It's so good. I can't stop eating. Like I said, if this weren't a show that I was doing and I have to get to gameplay because I still have at least 2 more hours on the stream tonight, I would sit here and eat this all night. I can't stop. It's so flavorful. Man. That's really good. Okay. So, ranking the dishes. Sadly, the chicken adobo is lowest for me. Just too hard to eat. Too messy. Kind of almost a how can I say? I thought it was going to be something else. It just seems to me like, how am I supposed to eat that? Maybe that's just my personal preference, but I like food that's easy to eat. That is not easy to eat in any way. The Dang the Bangus. Shockingly good. Shockingly good. Looks terrible. Looks like trash. It's delicious as hell. That's the second food dish, the second fish dish that I've had from a cuisine that I've never really eaten before. The first was Thai. Now I've had Filipino. That is so good. Shockingly good. And then this right here, I'm going to forget these names. The Panchit Palabak, or thick rice noodle dish, incredibly good. Super filling, tons of flavor, great ingredients. Again, I would order that right away if I were to, oh, we're having Filipino food today? Dude, get me that thick rice noodles or the Panchit Palabak. So good. I would order that right away and eat it again. Okay? Oh my God. And Low Carb Madman says, well, eat the adobo with sticky rice and a spoon. My wife makes it once a month. It's fantastic, but to each their own. Now, here you go. I ordered it. They didn't give me sticky rice. They just put it in a plastic container. Here you go. What am I supposed to do with this? Do I eat it on a plate? Do I eat it in a bowl? Is this supposed to have rice? I can only review what's given to me when I ordered it. I paid the full price for it. That's how they presented it to me. You know what I'm saying? If I had ordered that in the restaurant, would they have put it over a bed of rice? That's not my fault they didn't do that, right? I wish they did. I'm actually disappointed that I don't even know what I'm supposed to eat. You know, how am I supposed to eat this? When you order, that's another thing. When you order cuisine, you should be able to figure out how to eat it right away. Not, oh, I gotta go online and read some instructions and diagrams on how to eat my meal. Like, what? No, I paid you for it. I paid you for it. Just give me how I'm supposed to eat it so I can eat it. Now, oh, I gotta figure this out. Hold on, let me call some fucking food engineers to come in with protractors and fucking hanging from the ceiling with fucking utensils to eat it. Just tell me, wow, how do I eat this? Okay. All right, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, Filipino food. I like it. Am I in love with it? No. No. But it's good. The fish is the surprising, shockingly good thing for me. The Dang the Bangus. I never thought Dang the Bangus would be that good. It looks terrible. But the good thing for me is the Panchit Palabak. That noodle dish is outstanding. I have garlic flavor stuck in my mouth. I'm definitely brushing my teeth before I resume the stream after this. And then, I'm sorry, that chicken adobo actually is very disappointing to me because it's basically inedible. Without insane amounts of work, I can't eat it, and I'm not going to sit here for an hour trying to eat it. So, there you go. All right, so, thank you. Team Ico Gamer to the $1.50 says, why don't you do a leaderboard of cuisines you try on Feasting with the King? It would be a fun way to keep up what you tried so far, and we know which is good and which it does, because I'm not that serious about it. If you didn't notice, I'm not a real food critic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't travel the world eating at various restaurants. I have no frame of reference to compare this Filipino food to another Filipino. You know what I mean? I feel pretty stupid taking it seriously. It's not meant to be serious at all, guys. It's not. This is all in fun and jest. I'm just trying something that's local. It's fun to watch, right? An hour we just spent together doing that. Was it fun? I mean, you guys are telling me it was fun. the viewership was sky high. So obviously you thought it was entertaining, right? That's the point. I'm not a serious food critic. No one's gonna, be making judgments off of what I say or whatever. It's just entertaining to watch, all right? That's why. I think that's it for shout-outs. Yep. All right, awesome. Thank you for watching this special holiday edition of Feasting with the King, my friends. Until next time, whenever that may be, peace out.